Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? I am back with another review of a day at an amusement park, and this time I will be discussing this past Thursday at Hersheypark. This was our 6th visit to Hersheypark for the season, and yeah, anyway, let's just get into this video. So when Evie and I first got into the park, we were there for Sweet Start. We had to wait a little until the park opened, and right when the park opened, we got to we went to Storm Runner for 2 rides on it, one in the front and one in the back. And in my opinion, Storm Runner is a front seat ride, you guys. And yeah, so after Storm Runner, after those 2 rides on Storm Runner, we headed to lunch at Beef Creek Smokehouse, and that was a really good meal there. I got briskets with a side of mac and cheese, and that was really good. And after Beef Creek Smokehouse, which was really good, we headed to Hershey's Triple Towers, and this time we got on the Kisses Tower, and we got some good airtime on it. And yeah, so anyway, after we got off the Kisses Tower, we headed to Great Bear for a ride on that, and that was a good ride on it. And after Great Bear, we headed to Coal Cracker for a ride on that. And after Coal Cracker, we headed to Tidal Force, and this was our first time riding Tidal Force in the front, and it was really good. And we did both water rides in the dry park on the same day, which we had never done before, and it's crazy to think too. And after Tidal Force, we officially started our day at the boardwalk, and the start of our day at the boardwalk was by going on Pipeline, since we hadn't been on it this season, and it was even crazier than Riptide, you guys. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, and the drops were crazy too. And after Pipeline, we headed to Riptide for another good ride on that. And after Riptide, we headed to Breaker's Edge, which we had to wait a little, but it was still a good ride on it. And yeah, so after Breaker's Edge, we headed to Whitecap Racer, which was a good ride on that, although we had to wait a little, like always. And after Whitecap Racer, we headed for our last slide of the boardwalk on Whirlwind, which was a really good ride we had on it. And after Whirlwind, that concluded our day at the boardwalk, and then we hit up Lightning Racer afterwards, which has been a tradition for after every Hershey visit, like doing Lightning Racer right after the boardwalk. And that was those were 2 good rides on Lightning Racer, one on Lightning, one on Thunder, like we always do when we ride Lightning Racer. And yeah, so, and this time there wasn't like much hype around it like last time. And so after Lightning Racer, Lightning and Thunder, we headed to Wildcat, which was a good ride in row 5 on Wildcat. We discovered that row 5 is another good row on Wildcat. And after Wildcat, we headed to the Claw for a good ride on that. It's my favorite flat at Hershey. And after the Claw, we headed to Comet for a good ride on that. And yeah, after Comet, we headed to Super Duper Looper, which was really good. And after Super Duper Looper, we headed to Candymonium, which was a good ride on that. And one thing I forgot to mention on this ride we had on Super Duper Looper was that it was our first time riding it since opening day, and which is crazy to think about. But yeah, after Super Duper Looper, we did Candymonium, which was a good ride in the back row on the Twizzlers train. I always feel like we have a streak of riding the Twizzlers train every time we get on Candymonium now. And after we rode Candymonium, we headed to Pirate for our first ever time on that. And it was an alright pirate ship. I would say Chance Sea Dragons are better. And yeah, so after Pirate, we headed to Frontier Flyers, and that was another good ride on it. And after Frontier Flyers, we headed to the Howler, which was a good ride on it. And after the Howler, we headed to Dispatch Pizzeria for dinner, and which was a really good dinner there. And after Dispatch Pizzeria, we headed for another ride on Triple Towers, and then, and this time we rode the Hershey Tower. And then, after that, something disappointing happened. I thought I was going to do Pepsi Popstar at 7:45, and unfortunately, nobody came out, not even at my reserved time, so that was a bummer and a ripoff. And so instead, we decided to get Last Ride the Night on Great Bear, and because that was something we had never done before, Last Ride the Night on Great Bear, so that was different. Yeah, and yeah, so after that ride on Great Bear, that basically concluded our day at Hersheypark, so that concludes this review of this past Thursday's visit to Hersheypark. Reply to me your thoughts on this video, and make sure to go check out my merch store on Bonfire. I have a link in the description. I have short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, face masks, tote bags, all the things, so make sure to go check that out. I'll have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next